High School as we get ready to watch this 6A Region 3 rivalry matchup as the visiting Cavemen make the trip to Lone Peak to take on the Knights in their second game of the season. Gavin Atkinson with you here. As we look back at the last matchup these two teams played, the Knights came out on top 54-40 in their trip to American Fork. That 14-point win led by Maddie Pope and Lave Holdcraft with 15 points and 14 points respectively. One of the storylines of this Lone Peak team we have seen is Kennedy Woolston out on injury. We saw her earlier today with the brace on her knee, walking gingerly. One of the best girls basketball players in the state. Really tough to see her hurt, but this Lone Peak team has really stepped up in her absence. As we see a steal there, this Lone Peak team has won 6 of their last 7, I believe, last week being their only loss, a 3-point loss against Corner Canyon. Before that, their last loss came on January 2nd, looking to get back to their winning ways. As we'll see Lone Peak get possession as that ball goes out of bounds. Players to watch for Lone Peak here tonight. Without Kennedy Woolston, who's averaged 10 points per game, just a fabulous scorer. You're going to look at Peyton Warner. Peyton Warner has really stepped up for this team in the scoring side. And you're also going to look at Maddie Pope. Maddie Pope going to be that second option on offense. Is still 0-0 with 6:35 to go in the first. When we look at this other side, as we'll have the ball awarded to the Cavemen, you're going to look at Julia Fugel, number 5 for the Cavemen, as she's been having a pretty good season. She's getting right around the mid-15s most games, averaging right around there. But number 1 option is going to be Jaleese Chapman for the Cavemen. She's had herself a fabulous start to the year, averaging 15 points per game. Keep an eye on number 24 and 5 for the Cavemen. We'll see Fugel get her first points of the game, open up the scoring for both teams. As we'll get that score corrected for you. Lone Peak drives, shot no good. Far side corner 3 drained by Tati Harness as she gets Lone Peak on the board. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Chapman gives it up. Felix has the ball. The freshman Durant in today, averaging 4 points per game. Julia Fugel in the corner. She'll drive in. The help comes, trying to spin out of it. Nothing there. 4 on the shot clock. As Durant unable to get the shooter's bounce. Lave Holdcraft with the 2 will push the lead to 3. As Lone Peak will bring the pressure down in that corner. They've got to get, the Cavemen have got to get it across the line. They're in trouble of a violation here, and they'll get it. Or forgive me, the Cavemen will take a timeout to avoid that 8-second violation in the backcourt. We'd like to take this chance to thank some of our sponsors here at KSL Sports Rewind. We'd like to thank Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account, with 2.75 annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. We'd also like to thank Jace Plus. The right meds, the moments you need them. This American Fork Cavemen team coming into this game 13-6. But what's surprising about 6A Region 3 right now is it is led at the moment by the Knights. Lone Peak Their overall record is 10-10. They didn't have the hottest start to the year, but head coach Nancy Warner does what she does best and coaches this group up. It's a very experienced group. Most of these starters have been here for multiple years. As we'll see, a three on the far side corner, no good. A rebound will fall to Charlie Warner. A very experienced group for this Lone Peak team. They've spent a few years here at the program as that shot doesn't fall. We'll see Chapman take it up the floor. Looks like a blocking foul will be called on Peyton Warner, her first personal of the game. 4:31 to go in the first quarter. Pass into the paint. We'll see a nice dish to lead to the foul. That'll be Charlie Warner's first personal, and we'll send Julia Fugel to the line. Taylor Jensen with the nice pass to get it to Fugel in the paint. First free throw, no good. 4:22 to go in the first quarter. Julia Fugel averaging just under 12 points per game as she goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. .410 to go in the first as Lone Peak trying to navigate this zone defense. Chapman collapses in on Peyton Warner. Pass out, blocked as Charlie Warner tried to get that up, but was denied. We'll see a late whistle as Charlie Warner was driving to the basket. They'll call that one on Taylor Jensen, her first personal of the game. We'll see Charlie Warner go to the line. Unable to hit her first free throw of the game. Charlie Warner averaging 6.5 points per game as she converts on the second free throw attempt, increasing the lead to 6-2 with just under 4 minutes to go. Lone Peak will get a steal on the far side and will lead to a foul. I believe Durant will be called for the loose ball foul. That will be her first personal of the game. 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Checking into the game for the Cavemen is Rebecca Jacob, the sophomore. Chapman almost got the steal there. Charlie Warner will come down with it. Nice reverse layup for Lave Holdcraft. And then a quick two, as this American Fork team is struggling to navigate this pressure. We'll have a travel, and just like that, you've got two turnovers for the Cavemen caused by that full court pressure that Nancy Warner loves to run. 13 years here at Lone Peak, 201 wins, 96 losses, as she's had a fabulous career here with the Knights. Deep three, no good. Rebound, Chapman. Jalise Chapman trying to get things going for the Cavemen. Seen some missed free throws for the Cavemen and some other missed opportunities as that one doesn't fall. Fugel, I believe, comes down with the rebound. She was falling, tries to throw it away to avoid the travel. And a nice step through by Huni Faluau to increase the lead to 10. And you know, folks, if you look at this Lone Peak team's record, you see 10-10. As we see the Cavemen respond, Julia Fugel with a big three. You see this Lone Peak team, and you don't expect a 10-10 record. They've dominated girls high school basketball in the state for many years. But right now they are playing the best basketball of the season. And the only wins and games that really matter if you're looking to get that state championship is your region. And right now, 4-1 in region. As we'll see Fugel try and take another three. She just hit one before. That ball will go off of Lone Peak, and we'll see a few substitutions for Lone Peak and American Fork. Coming into the game for American Fork is Brooke Gruander, and in for Lone Peak is Jamie King as well as Portia Bogas. American Fork needs to stack some good offensive possessions together, as there's a nice cross-court pass. Unable to finish was Peyton Warner. Fugel with it. A nice ball fake as she maneuvers her way into the paint. It was a nice move, but she took an extra step. So another turnover for the Cavemen. Morgan Felix will come back into the game for the Cavemen. Fluau takes it up the court, hands it off to Charlie Warner. Or forgive me, Peyton Warner, as I've most likely been making that mistake all night. As we'll see a steal right there. A little bit of a not the best pass in the world, but a great steal. As we'll see Rebecca Jacob get that layup up for the Cavemen. 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Cross-court pass, corner three up. No good, a little too strong there for Charlie Warner. Deep three up, leaves it short, as that was a very deep three. Ambitious three for Morgan Felix. A nice pass as Julia Fugel passes out of trouble. Another three up for the Cavemen. Cavemen will get called for a foul, and I believe that's on Fugel. Her first personal of the game. Back into the game for the Knights is Tati Harness for Charlie Warner. And Maya Durant back in for Julia Fugel. 12-7, back to a 5-point game as the Cavemen found themselves down 10 early on. This will most likely be the last possession of the first quarter. Shot clock is off with 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Harness gives it up. Peyton Warner with the ball. Cross-court back pass to Harness. A deep three, no good. But the effort play by Huni Faluau, as she gets the board, puts it back up with 2.2 seconds to go. It'll lead to 2 free throw attempts for the Knights on kind of a bailout play. And the first one will fall for the Knights, as free throws have been a tough commodity for both teams as they've gotten to the line but have struggled on converting. 2 for 2 goes Faluau. And Felix will dribble the ball out to end the first quarter. We'd like to thank you for joining us through that first quarter of action. We'll be back after this quick break. We'd like to take this chance to thank some of our sponsors here at KSL Sports Rewind. While you tune into the game, let Big O Tires in American Fork tune up your ride. Stop for expert service and discounts on tires, brakes, oil, and more. Schedule an appointment online at bigotires.com or call the store at 801-692-3757. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Start of the second quarter here for you on the Rewind Sports Network. Lone Peak up 14-7 as the Cavemen struggled early with full court pressure from the Knights and Nancy Warner. As we look at the Knights' future schedule, they've got 2 games left this season. They'll go to Skyridge, and then they'll have Lehigh come to their house. Two big region games as this region is very narrow at the moment. Skyridge 3-1. American Fork 2-3, looking for a late run to push for a region. As that ball will be dribbled off the foot of American Fork. Harness will take it up the floor, guarded by Felix. Help comes. Harness navigates traffic, cross-court pass. Nice passing here from the Knights as Peyton Warner drives into the paint. Ball is stolen and will lead to another free throw opportunity for the Knights as a pass goes awry and leads to 2-point opportunity for the Knights. 7:22 to go in the second quarter. Huni Faluau at the line. As she hits the first one early in this game. You know, I mentioned some players to watch. I didn't mention Faluau's name, but she's had a big impact on this game. She got the 2 points before the quarter, and she's been pestering the Cavemen on defense. She'll go 2 for 2 from the line, 4 for 4 from the line in the game. And we'll see this full court press once again. They'll get it into Brumgarner. Ball will be poked out of bounds, and nothing coming easy for the Cavemen right now. Chapman with the ball. Felix drives to her left. Tries to step through the double team and draw the foul. They'll say the ball goes off Holdcraft. So 19 on the shot clock for the Cavemen. Felix gets it in. Top of the key, 3 up, no good. As Taylor Jensen tried to extend the range. Deep 3 up, no good for Charlie Warner. American Fork will come up with the rebound. Felix tries the reverse layup, but will be fouled. So Morgan Felix will go to the line to shoot 2. Second personal foul called on Charlie Warner. First team foul of the quarter with 6:43 to go. American Fork has struggled from the line early in this game. And those struggles will continue. We'll see Julia Fugel check back into the game. For Brooke Gruander. And 0 for 2 from the line goes Morgan Felix, and the free throw loads continue for the Cavemen. I believe they've left 5 or 6 points off the board on missed free throws, as they'll transition to this zone defense. We'll see a 3 up and drained by Peyton Warner as they dissect that zone. Felix tries to get it across. Fugel will come down with it back to Felix. So they'll get across as that ball almost stolen by Peyton Warner. Oh, just hit the 3 and wanted the steal. As the inadvertent contact draws the whistle, Peyton Warner will go take a seat in. Portia Bogues. Felix picks up her dribble, needs some help. Drops it off to Durant. Jensen, in and out, and tough shooting night for the Cavemen thus far, 19-7 with 5:48 to go. And Lave Holdcraft will extend the lead with the layup of her own. Morgan Felix gets the ball. As we see the Cavemen doing better trying to navigate this full court press. They've struggled with it all game. Oh. As it looked like Chapman was open in the corner for just a second. Chapman has been quiet in this game as she's trying to get going. We see Nancy Warner do this against other teams' star players. She shuts them down, and she will force anyone else to hurt you. As we see a three drained from Jamie King, and will lead to a timeout for the Cavemen. As Robert Harmon trying to stop the bleeding, but what a run for the Knights. We'll be back after this quick break. We'd like to welcome you back to Lone Peak High School. About midway through the second quarter, American Fork 7, Lone Peak 24. As I had stated before this break, Nancy Warner of the Knights loves to game plan against her opponents, and she does it really well. And last time these two teams met, Julia Fugel has been one of the star players for American Fork. She had 2 points in that game. Jaleese Chapman had herself a really nice game with 17, but you can see how Nancy Warner's experience can factor into these games. One thing also of note in that last matchup, both teams left only 4 free throws off the board, combined 8 total. Lave Holdcraft with a nice move, puts it up under the basket, gets rejected by the rim, but we'll see maybe a little bit of a controversial call for this home crowd, as they thought that ball went off Felix. Will go off Falua. Jensen passes it out. Chapman, quiet tonight. Fugel gets it to Chapman. Nice play, as that'll lead to the easy 2. And that's what we need to see more of for the Cavemen. Just some of those, that great passing. Nice find from Fugel. 4:20 to go. Score 24-9. Shot no good for Jamie King. And on the other side, a missed layup attempt for Durant. We'll see a hard foul as a Knight falls to the floor. Jaleese Chapman will be called for her first personal of the game. 4:06 to go in the second. Huni Faluau. Nice passing from the Knights here as they continue to try and dissect this zone. Leads to a corner 3, no good. But a great effort play to get the rebound. Tati Harness tries to step through. And the Knights just keep on coming up with the rebounds. Unable to convert on the second chance attempt there. Fugel guarded by Harness. She picks up her dribble. A nice pass. And a tough roll for Jaleese Chapman as that just hits the back iron and right off the rim. 3:10 to go in the second quarter. Harness and Holdcraft. Holdcraft has been doing a nice job making this defense collapse, and that will lead to these open three-point attempts. Harness no good from the corner there. As Fugel passes it down in the paint, Jensen gives it back to Fugel. Fugel unable to get it to go. And some frustrating possessions for the Cavemen as they've got the offense going how they'd like it. Shots just aren't falling, as a nice layup attempt for the Knights there. 2:30 to go in the half. Durant picks up the ball. Driving. Ball's poked free. Picks up her dribble, gives it back to Morgan Felix. Morgan Felix too strong on the 3 attempt. And that one will sail out of bounds back into the game. are the Warners, Charlie Warner and Peyton Warner. And coming back into the game is Brooke Gruander for Morgan Felix. We'll have a Lone Peak timeout called with 2:16 to go in the game. We'll take a timeout as well and be back after this. I'd like to welcome you back into Lone Peak High School. As we reach the final few minutes of the half, we'd like to take this chance to remind you about some of our sponsors here at KSL Sports Rewind. We'd like to thank Waddups Insurance. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Waddups Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddups Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. 2:16 to go in this first half, and as we look at American Fork's remaining schedule, they will have Corner Canyon come to American Fork this Friday, and then next Friday, they will go to Skyridge as they finish with Skyridge sitting at second place in the region and Corner Canyon at the bottom of the region. What's really interesting about 6A Region 3 this year is Corner Canyon's kind of gotten beat up a little bit by a few teams this year, but Corner Canyon was able to knock off Lone Peak by 3 in the last game Lone Peak played, which is the only loss in region for Lone Peak, as we'll have a charge called on LaVey Holdcraft, I believe. Or forgive me, Peyton Warner will be called for the charge. He's maybe just a little too out of control there. I believe Jacob drew the charge. Shot rolls off the rim. Chapman gets the board. That shot blocked by the Knights. And a nice transition opportunity for the Knights, as we'll see a foul called. Maya Durant will get her second personal. Third team foul of the quarter. Portia Vargas to the line to shoot 2. Morgan Felix back in the game for Maya Durant as that first shot falls from the free throw line. American Fork has been scoreless for, I believe, 4 or 5 minutes, as they have just struggled all night to get this offense going. 2 for 2 from the line goes Portia Borges. Forgive me, Bogus. Felix will take it up the floor. Lone Peak guarding the perimeter at the moment. A kick back out to Jensen. Jensen needs some help, gives it up. Morgan Felix driving. And you just see how this Knights defense collapses in on any driving defenders, and it makes it so difficult because they do it so well. Charlie Warner with the ball. 35 seconds to go in the half. She'll give it up to Harness. 15 seconds on the shot clock. There's about 15 seconds in between the shot clock and game clock. As that ball poked away and stolen as Fugel comes up with it. Oh, and a miscommunication there. Between Rebecca Jacob and Brooke Gruander. So 15 seconds on the shot clock as Lone Peak looks to take the final shot of the half. King gives it back to Charlie Warner. Charlie Warner driving in. Doesn't get the call. And that will do it for our first half of action. Scored 28-9 through your first 16 minutes of the game. We'll have a quick intermission and be back after this. I'd like to welcome you back to Lone Peak High School as we get ready for the start of the third quarter. Right now, Lone Peak up 28-9. Not the start American Fork wanted, but Lone Peak has been doing really well tonight. All things considered, it's kind of crazy. They don't have Kennedy Woolston, who's been hurt for the past month. And they don't have Maddie Pope tonight, I believe, who led the Knights in scoring last time these two teams have played and has been one of their best scorers, stepping up for Woolston. It's been Lave Holdcraft and Peyton Warner and Tati Harness, not to mention Huni Faluau, with their contributions tonight that have led to this 17-point deficit. 16 minutes to go. We'll see if the Cavemen can flip the script, as it was a very difficult half for them. Not a lot of things went right. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Harmon adjustments have been made, as Peyton Warner almost loses the ball and then does lose the ball to start that first possession. For American Fork needs to, in my opinion, come out here guns a-blazing. They've got some work to do. They've got the players to do it. But it has got to start now. Felix picks up her dribble. She needs some help. She'll give it up to Jensen. And then a corner three for Maya Durant. No good. Rebound, Taylor Jensen. Cross-court pass. Ill-advised pass. Stolen by Falua. And she has been a monster on defense tonight. We'll see a blocking foul called on Julia Fugel. That'll be her second personal of the game. Falua has, as mentioned, been a monster on defense as Holdcraft drives in. Tries to pass that one out. That one will be poked out of bounds. Lone Peak's just had the second chance opportunities. That's been one of the biggest things tonight for them. But also they have held this American Fork offense, just kept them stuck in the mud, and they have not been able to find a rhythm on offense. Peyton Warner gives it to Charlie Warner as they play a little bit of catch. That ball almost poked away by Fugel. 6:50 to go in the quarter. Step back three up for Warner. No good. It will be called out of bounds as it hit that extension and retraction band on that basketball hoop. Fugel trying to navigate the press. She'll give it to Durant. Taylor Jensen will get the layup to fall, and that's exactly what American Fork needs to do to get back in this game. That is their first point since, I believe, the midpoint in the second quarter. We will have a foul called on the Cavemen. Will go on Jaleese Chapman, her second personal of the game. Tati Harness will shoot two. Able to drain the first one. Something also we got to mention is I believe we got 6 free throws missed for the Cavemen tonight, as that has had an impact on our score. Have a quick change of positions for the Knights. One more free throw for Harness. Harness goes 2 for 2. Takes the lead to a 19-point lead. Ball will be stolen by Peyton Warner, or forgive me, Charlie Warner. Harness with it, back to Charlie Warner for 3. Leaves it short. Rebound, Felix. Felix pushing the pace. 3-on-3. She'll hand it off to Durant. Durant gets it back. 3 up for Felix. No good. Just a little too far left. Ball is loose. And Peyton Warner will come up with it. Warner will slow it down, cross-court pass to Harness. This Lone Peak team really good at passing this ball around. And Lave Holdcraft will get the layup up and in. That is what Holdcraft has done all night, is she is so great at cutting through the opposing defense. As we'll see a missed layup opportunity for Durant. And that has been the story of the night for the Cavemen. 3 up for Warner, no good. Rebound, Holdcraft. And Holdcraft, with an effort play, gets her own miss twice. 5-7 to go in this third quarter, 32-11. Harness will take the ball screen, go the far to her left. Looking for a cutter, has Holdcraft. Holdcraft gets the layup to drop, and Holdcraft having herself a big impact on these on these last few minutes. Felix needs to get it across the half-court line, picks up her dribble. 2-on-1 fast break. Jensen unable to convert the layup, but will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul will be called on Lave Holdcraft, her first personal of the game. First team foul for the Knights. Or forgive me. Looks like the foul was misreported. It will go to Charlie Warner, her third personal of the game. First free throw, no good for Jensen. Second free throw attempt coming, as she goes 1 for 2. (34-12) with 4:30 to go in this third quarter. Borges loses the ball. A nice play by Jensen as she rips the ball away. And then Durant drives and gets the layup up and in. Tati Harness will give it up to Falua. Some ball screens for the Knights. Frees up King. King no good. But Holdcraft will come up with the offensive rebound. Lone Peak content to just kind of dribble the clock away. As we'll see a nice pass there from King to Bogus. Bogus unable to finish, but gets her own miss. Harness for 3. Off the back iron. Rebound. Chapman trying to push the pace. 2 on 3 as she tries to split the double. And we'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First personal foul called on Holdcraft. And able to convert on the first free throw attempt. Peyton Warner in for Huni Falau. Two for 2 from the line. Scores 16-34 with 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Lone Peak has been doing what they've wanted to do all night on defense. Cross-court pass. Holdcraft open in the far side corner. No good. Rebound once again falls to Lone Peak. I'd be very interested to see how many offensive rebounds Lone Peak has tonight. Tati Harness barely avoids the travel there. And we'll have a blocking foul called as Peyton Warner was driving into the paint, trying to get a layup up. 2:42 to go in the third quarter. Second personal called on Taylor Jensen. That shot was in, and then it bounced around a few times to ultimately bounce out. Tough break there. And the second one falls. American Fork trying to pass it around. That ball will be knocked away. And the Cavemen will keep possession. Deep three up and in for Taylor Jensen. And Jensen has had kind of been a bright spot on offense for the Cavemen. As in this third quarter, the Cavemen have surpassed their first half scoring. They scored 9 points in the first half, and that's really been the ball and chain on this team throughout the night. But able to get to 10 points in this quarter as they try and play catch-up. Lone Peak hasn't done anything necessarily spectacular on offense. It's been the defensive side of the ball. They have held the Cavemen to some pretty brutal shooting percentages. With the final 2:28 to go in this third quarter, it'll be an uphill climb for the Cavemen. Still only a 16-point game. Something we'll see in basketball that can change pretty quickly, but it's got to start now. It's got to start on defense usually, and your defense will lead to some offense. Knights get it into the paint. Peyton Warner, no good, gets her own miss. And the foul comes, and Peyton Warner, I believe, will go to shoot two. When you look at this Lone Peak team, the last time they played American Fork, they held them to 40 points. We'd be looking at a 21-point fourth quarter, rest of the third and fourth as that one falls. Allison Brown checks in for the Cavemen. They held Corner Canyon to 31. They scored 83 points in that game versus Corner Canyon that first time around. It is quite insane to me that they ended up losing by 3 in their last matchup, 52-49. Just goes to show you cannot overlook anyone in high school basketball, as everyone is talented, and you've got to be at your best every night. Jensen with the ball. Double comes, splits it, kick out. 3 up, no good. Offensive rebound, Fugel. Fugel wanted the call, doesn't get it. I believe we'll have opposing calls. I believe it will be a shot clock violation before it goes out of bounds. Charlie Warner back into the game for the Knights. Taylor Jensen will take a seat back into the game as, forgive me, Sarah Jacob for American Fork. And also into the game is Trina Asua for the Knights. Lale Holdcraft jumps up there, gets the rebound. Ball is loose. Ultimately, the Cavemen come up with it. Chapman trying to push the pace. She's had a quiet night. And she'll get the line there. Most of her opportunities scoring have come from the line. Foul will be called on Charlie Warner. Her 4th personal of the game. Tati Harness set to check back in for the Knights. I'd like to take this chance to thank our sponsors, Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spends Rewards checking account with 2.75 annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. (20-36), 16-point game as we enter the final minute of the third quarter. Harness trying to navigate a little bit of pressure from this American Fork defense. And that's been a struggle for this Cavemen defense all night. They've gotten the ball pressure, but then you've had easy pass-out opportunities, as we saw there. 3 up for Holdcraft. Near side corner, drained it. As she will push the score to 39-20, a 19-point lead for the Knights. (17 on the shot or on the game clock. Final minutes of the third quarter. Seconds, forgive me. Tati Harness with the ball, under 10. Falua drives, mid-range jump shot, off the back iron. May have had a chance to call a jump ball there, but the officials hold on to the whistle. And we'll take a short break before we enter the final quarter. I'd like to welcome you back into Lone Peak High School. Final quarter of action to go. It's been all Lone Peak here tonight as they hold a 19-point lead on the visiting Cavemen. Some other games going on in Region 3. Only one as Skyridge is taking on Lehigh tonight, as Jaleese Chapman will get that one to fall. Cutting the lead down to 17. Nice ball. Steal for the Cavemen. We'll see if they can do something with it. Fugel gets in one opportunity as she gets the layup to fall. The steal courtesy.
That's her first personal, first team foul of the quarter. Julia Fugel to shoot one.
The steal comes courtesy of Allison Brown, forgive me. 39-24 as Fugel unable to hit that free throw. 10-second violation will be called on the Knights, and the Knights maybe a little sleepy coming into this fourth quarter as they've gotten punched in the mouth. Cavemen with the chance to continue to cut into this lead.
Checking in for the Cavemen, number 15, Miles Ruiz.
Jaleese Chapman with the 2. Cuts the lead down to 13. Was 19 coming into the quarter. 6 straight points for the Cavemen. Charlie Warner with the ball. Cross-court pass to Harness. Harness driving in. Holdcraft. Deep 3 for Warner. And Charlie Warner gets the 3 to hopefully slow down this run for the Cavemen if you are in favor of Lone Peak. 6:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Felix with the ball. Trying to work on Harness. Gives it up. Chapman driving on Warner. Layup up and good. As this Caveman offense starts to wake up, maybe a little too late. Another 3 up. Charlie Warner heating up. And quickly gets 6 of those 8 points back. 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Chapman. Back to Felix. Felix driving. Picks up her dribble, needs some help. Kick out. Nice ball movement from the Cavemen. A three, no good. Off the top of the backboard, rebounded. Lone Peak. Holdcraft making the run down the court. Right-handed layup, up and good. As you got to applaud the effort getting down the floor, and an inbounding violation will be called on the Cavemen. And that's tough. That's tough. It's very easy to lose focus in these games, but you got to power through it in this final quarter. As Charlie Warner has had a monster quarter. A quick 8 points, as she has all points for the Knights in this quarter. Morgan Felix driving. 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. We'll have a foul called on the Knights. Will be on Tati Harness. Checking back in is Taylor Jensen alongside Julie King. Tati Harness will take a seat for the Knights. And Sarah Jacob will take a seat for the Cavemen. Inbounding play. I like the design, just the execution didn't pan out how they wanted to. Lone Peak on the fast break. Shot no good. Rebound. Cavemen. Felix will take it up the floor. Gives it to Fugel. Tries to get it into the cutting Taylor Jensen, but no good. A 2-on-1 fast break. Cavemen able to get back on defense. 4:30 to go in the fourth. Ball poked away by Chapman. Chapman taking on 3 defenders. Shot up and good, as Julius Chapman has really woken up in this second quarter, or forgive me, second half. Warner with the nice dribble. Ball. The timeout will be taken by the Knights before that ball was lost. Luckily for Lone Peak, as I believe that would have been a turnover. That ball was hit the foot of an American Fork defender. Foot was planted on the ground. I believe at this level that is not a kicked ball. We'll take a quick break and be back after this.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Final few minutes to go in this game as we reached about the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. 49-30 as the Cavemen, it has not been their night offensively. The Knights have done a great job to minimize the damage, but it's also been some points left on the free throw line and some mistakes on turnovers that have led to this 19-point lead. The Cavemen got it down to 13 points, but then Charlie Warner had something to say about it, and Charlie Warner got a few of those points back, and Lone Peak got things going once again. Warner gives it up to Holdcraft. Tries to. The ball is stolen by Morgan Felix as Fugel has that ball poked away by Holdcraft. Peyton Warner will draw the contact and go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 3:45 to go in the fourth. Foul will be called on Morgan Felix, her first team foul of the game. It will hit the first one. to increase the lead to 20, now 21, as she goes 2 for 2. 30-51, final few minutes to go in the fourth quarter. As we'll have a nice pass to Allison Brown in the paint. As that just works out for Lone Peak. That's not how they drew it up. But Portia Bogues able to clean up the mistake for the Knights. Far side corner three, short. It's been a hectic day for basketball fans here in Utah. As we'll see, that shot no good. Rebound will go to Lone Peak. For the Jazz fans out there, Jaron Jackson Jr. was traded for by the Jazz. We'll see a foul called on American Fork, I believe, on Allison Brown. Jaron Jackson Jr. traded to the Jazz. A blockbuster trade for the professional basketball team of the state. As that three drilled by Charlie Warner, and she's really had herself a nice fourth quarter as she pushes the lead to 24. Also some moves in the NBA. We saw James Harden get traded to the Cavaliers for a second-round pick, and Darius Garland will join the Clippers as the West has things shaken up. We'd like to invite you to join us here after the game. We'll be broadcasting the the boys varsity basketball game, as we have another really good matchup as the Knights and the Cavemen matchup in boys varsity basketball. Both teams looking to continue their race for 6A Region 3. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the fourth. Ball saved from going out of bounds. Ultimately, the Knights will come up with it. Shot no good, rebounded American Fork. Well, a foul called down in the paint as Julia Fugel looked to be pushed. Falau will be called for the foul, her first personal.
Number 4, Olivia Fotu. Number 23, Tatum Brewer. They replaced Charlie Warner and Kate Warner.
Checking in is Olivia Futo for the Knights, as well as Trina Isua and Tatum Brewer. Shot no good. Rebound will fall to the Knights, but Chapman stepped out of bounds. Ruby Dunford will check into the game, as well as Gracie Stewart. 1:43 to go in the fourth quarter, as we got a little bit of confusion here. Between the officials. I believe we'll have a technical foul called on Lone Peak. This is just speculation, but it looked like they were checking the book. Looked like Lone Peak put in a player that wasn't reported as eligible.
There is an administrative technical foul assessed against Lone Peak for not having a player in the books who checked in. Cavemen will shoot the technical.
So it will be a technical foul for the reasons said previously. A administrative technical foul, not having a player checked in as eligible. hits the second free throw attempt.
Cavemen get it down.
As we'll see some of the younger girls get an opportunity to show what they can do here tonight. Pass into the paint. Sarah Jacob with a nice little hook shot to get that one over the defender. Lone Peak also giving their youngsters a shot here tonight. Tatum Brewer will be fouled on the play. Ball will be inbounded. And the foul will go against Ruby Dunford. Her first personal of the game. Ball inbounded, shot up, no good. Rebound will fall back to Lone Peak. Deep three up, no good. Once again, rebound will not follow the Lone Peak. The Cavemen will get it. And a little miscommunication there between Dunford and Jacob. This is exactly why you'll see these coaches put in these younger players to get some experience, get some chemistry built up together, as they had a good shot at the rim there. A little confusion there. You can only practice so much, as practice and game time minutes don't usually work one-to-one, as we'll see a nice steal there from Allison Brown. 35 to go. Shot up for Jacobs, no good. Rebound, Tatum Brewer. Ball was loose for a minute. Shot clock is off. Ball will be poked out of bounds. Final 24.3 seconds to go in the quarter, as Lone Peak set to take a 5-1 record in 6A Region 3. Only loss coming to the Corner Canyon Chargers, the worst team record-wise in 6A Region 3. And with our final seconds of the game ticking off, your final score here will be 35-58 as Lone Peak takes care of business. We'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. Excellent play from the Knights here, as they did everything they needed to on defense and had some great offensive plays from Charlie Warner. We'd like to invite you to join us in 15 minutes on the men's broadcast, or forgive me, the boys varsity broadcast in about 15 minutes. Good night.